Cookie, how did you get started playing Tina Turner?
How?
How?
Well, you really want to know how the whole association of it? Okay, I had my own band back in New York in the late 70s. And it was in the Village, and I wrote my own music and everything. And what happened was, Quiet as Kept, Tina was having a comeback. She had just recorded Let's Stay Together, which became a #1 hit in London. So songwriters were scouting songs in New York and all California, I guess, for her new album. But they said, we have to find somebody who can sing these songs to convince Tina that she would sound good on these songs. And everybody knew me for having that rock edge kind of vocal thing going, and they all came to me to sing. Now, all of these are different writers. So when Tina got the songs, Tina said, is this the same voice? Is this the same voice? She said, why do these songs all have the same voice on it? So, come to hold, she said, who is this? And they said, it's a singer down in the Village, this girl named Cookie Watkins. She said, I want to meet her. And bam, there it was. She came to the Ritz to do her, beginning tours of trying to make a big comeback on the scene. And they asked me to come, her people asked me to come to meet her at the Ritz. So I went there, saw her, and it was funny. We met, and I just thought it was a hoot that she looked so much like me, and she thought it was a hoot that I looked like her without the whole thing. So then one thing led to another. People, then record companies kind of was paying attention to me, but then they were saying, well, we could sign you, but you sound so much like Tina Turner, and she was never a successful recording artist. So then I had that against me, and I was like, oh well. So then there was a show called Beehive that was put together about a year later, which was about women of the 60s and 70s, rock, women. So we did the Shangri-Las, we did girl groups, we did the Supremes, we did that, and then we moved into the era of the individual artists like Aretha Franklin, Tina Turner, Dusty Springfield, Petula Clark, and I played Tina Turner in the show. And it became a big, big hit. And the show, we toured, I went international, we did the States, and then the show was asked to come to Vegas. And I went to Vegas with the show because I was the only one, old as I was still, able to do what I did when the show was done in the 80s, and I didn't go to Vegas until like 94. And I was still I did Tina in the show. So it was a great thing. Everybody was talking about being in Vegas. I had no idea what an impersonator was or anything like that. The only thing I knew, there was people always doing Elvis, but never, the character that I do. So it just happened where the show closed after about a year, and this man called me up and asked me, I want you to come and see my show, Legendary Concert. I said, what? What is it? And me being the New Yorker that I am, I said, well, is it a union show? And he was like, no, I just want you to come. So I went to see the show. And I was fascinated that these people came out and performed as these, these icon acts. I mean, I know the ones that were dead, but I mean, they had a girl named Kimberly Gottry who did Madonna. She was fantastic. They had Jay White did Neil Diamond. I mean, it was these people. I was very fast. I said, well, they have a really good acting coach because they were speaking like the people. They was doing everything. So that's how I kind of got into it. And it's like 17 years later.
Wow.
I'm still doing this. But I mean,
you must love it. If you're
I love
still
it
doing
because I'm still able to sing, because I was always a singer first and actress kind of / second, and I'm able to do it. And now I have, in the last couple of years, I am associated a lot of times with the multi-class shows, but a lot of times now for myself, I have took what I do and turned it into a tribute show myself. Like I do a whole Tina Turner tribute show, and I do that in Europe and in Asia, and when I'm free, I can pop into the other shows.
Wow, so you're very busy.
I'm very busy. I mean, I'm very, very busy. I'm not going to be able to just be home and enjoy my life probably until next January. Wow. Because I'm going from a show to a show to a show out the country, show, come back, and yeah.
So what's your favorite part since you've been doing it for so long? What's your favorite part about
doing the
doing
gig?
Yeah.
being able to have that moment with the audience and really being close up on them and speaking in the sound of the Tina's dialect, because the people, some of them, you can see that they're looking at you like, well, we know she's supposed to be an impersonator, but you think they just snuck Tina really in there or something? Because I mean, there's a lot of times that I do shows, and if I come on first, they are thoroughly, it's not until an act comes on that's a deceased act that they say, oh, okay. Especially when I do corporate. When I do big corporate shows, when I walk out, they just go crazy. I was in Monte Carlo for a company once, and I came out and did Golden Eye, and I had the gown, the whole thing, and let me tell you, I went blind with the camera flashes that the people jumped out of their seats to run towards the stage because they said, this is Tina Turner, and I was like, oh my God, I can't even imagine. I'll be honest with you, I like doing this on this level because I don't think I would now, when I was recording artists and all this stuff, I don't think that fame thing would just not work for me. Because I might say anything. The TMZ would have a fit with me. They'd be going nuts. They like, oh, she just said this. But anyway, that's basically it. I really enjoy being able, and I like doing songs that you don't expect a Tina Turner impersonator to do. Everybody's going to wait for Proud Mary and Simply the Best, but I like doing songs like Missing You and On Silent Wings, and just different material that really sink my teeth into what she does.